For those who don't know, The Handmaid's Tale is a famous American dystopian tragedy TV show created by Bruce Miller, and it's based on the 1985 novel carrying the same name written by the famous Canadian author Margaret Atwood. But for those who know about this series very well and think they know everything, we don't think so. There are a lot of behind scenes you didn't have a clue about. Stay with us and find out more about Handmaid's Tale behind the scenes secrets. Number 10. Elisabeth Moss is one of the producers on the show. Not only that this woman is the lead actor in the same TV show, but she's also one of the producers of the same one. In one interview she said, "It's a crapload more work, it's just constant. But it's so much more fulfilling as well." She also says that she's not just there to act, finish her part and that's it, she's also there to make calls. On top of that, she's watching and studying parts of the episodes and even more. We must admit that sounds really demanding and scary. It seems as though she doesn't have any free time for herself, experiencing numerous sleepless nights one by one. But we suppose that all that pays off in the end when she sees what she succeeded in and how much she actually contributed to this TV show. She's a real example of one brave and successful woman of the 21st century that many should take an example of. Number 9. The stolen artworks in the show and the secret meaning behind it. If you see deeply and more precisely through the scenes of the show, you can see the various pieces of art they used there. All the artistic paintings from the wall of the commander's house are an imitation of the pictures from the Boston Museum of Fine Art, but we can also notice different styles of art all around the house. As for example, in the living room, the pictures are way different from those in the office room. On top of that, in the series, you can find artistically created ceilings, especially when we talk about the ceiling in the commander's office that is especially interesting and powerful.
For a second, I thought you didn't have it in you.
Number 8. The time and place where Margaret Atwood wrote the book. Margaret Atwood is a famous writer from Canada. She wrote the Handmaid's Tale book and all that on a rented typewriter in 1984. Thereafter, she published the novel in 1986 and immediately became a bestseller. On top of that, a lot of history is based typically on facts. The author took inspiration from real-life events from history, even though there are characters and situations that are obviously not real and you can easily guess that they're invented. She said that she tried to combine them and stay true to the kinds of authority humans had historically committed to one another. She stated, "I made a rule for myself. I would not include anything that human beings had not already done in some other place or time, or for which the technology did not already exist. I did not wish to be accused of dark, twisted inventions or of misrepresenting the human potential for deplorable behavior."
Whose fault was it?
Number 7. The significance of the costumes. Believe it or not, the costumes in the show had a special meaning. With the huge success of this magnificent show alongside the political issues, the uniforms were copied and used in protest in US courthouses and on marches too. "In a weird, twisted way, it makes sense," said the costume designer of the show, Anne Crabtree. "Women are saying this was used as a means of controlling women by the patriarchy. We're going to completely twist that around and reuse it." That's great information to know, but we must admit that it's quite a smart way of showing and representing such a huge topic as this one, especially when talking about the enormous alteration and transformation through the past years and liberating the woman by slowly but firmly eliminating the patriarchy that controlled the woman in every way possible. This was such a move, right? No one was aware of what was going on behind the scenes, especially not on this topic.
Quiet, please. Now, girls.
Number 6. The location where this TV show was filmed. If you didn't know, this TV show was filmed in the writer's hometown, Canada. The most part of the series is filmed in the one and only Toronto. That may seem a little bit paradoxical because the Gilead, which is Atwood's dystopian society, is located in America and Canada is actually for the migrants. So even though it's quite paradoxical, it's not the first nor the last show that used another location and represented it as something else in the name of the story and the amiable circumstances.
You should avoid the chicken. I read they got crazy levels of dioxin.
Number 5. The show doesn't follow the novel? Even though this is not entirely the truth, Season 1 goes by the script and follows The Handmaid's Tale, this TV show is not entirely going by the book. Elisabeth Moss admits that they're respecting the rules and going by the actual book from Season 1 and even after, and that's not a lie since the show takes a lot of details from the book and implements and uses them in the following seasons. We can take the colonies as an example. So it's left on you to decide if the show actually doesn't follow the novel or everyone is just overreacting. What do you think? Write your opinion in our comment section below. We would love to know what you think on this topic.
Ready to begin.
Not too hard, okay?
Number 4. Moss has a Handmaid's Tale souvenir. She holds a special necklace, a gift from a friend with a mantra that translated would mean, "Don't let the bastards grind you down." On top of that, it's interesting to know that some of the fans of the show had put that slogan on their boy, which is absolutely understandable. It brings a huge and heavy message that we all need to imply in our lives, but also if you're a fan of some band, singer, TV show, it's most likely to obey what's applicable for you when talking about their motivational speeches and lifestyle, so it's not a surprise that the fans did so.
Save me to make yourself feel better.
I'm the one who doesn't want to see you get hurt.
Number 3. The Commander and Serena have different ages in the book. Actually, in the novel, the Commander and Serena are actually older. We must admit that we can't even imagine the characters being older in the show, right? No one knows why they decided to alter their age and make them younger. Joseph Fiennes plays Commander Fred Waterford and said, "I think of Syria and one particular leader who looks like a very nice academic." He also added, "You would never attribute the horrors happening there to somebody who looks like that. I love the complexity of wrong-footing the audience with someone's age and the way they look."
They heard us, Mrs. Waterford.
Number 2. Offred's real name is not known. Believe it or not, it seems that Offred's name is never mentioned in the novel. Nevertheless, in the series, Offred is known as June. And if you were wondering where this name comes from, the creators of the story in the show decided to use it due to the part of the book that actually mentions that name. On top of that, many readers claim that that's actually her real one. But on the other hand, Atwood said that she didn't quite intend for the name to be June, but also she stated that she doesn't have any problem with using her name as such. This is also most discussable, and we would also want to know what you think particularly on this topic. Write that in our comment section below.
To our Offred.
Number 1. The most difficult set to create is the grocery store. One of the most unusual things here is that the woman is not allowed to read at all. So all the products in the grocery stores are meant to be without any writing on them, and the labels are pictographic. We can only imagine how hard it was for the production to design hundreds and hundreds of labels that way. Can you imagine that?
What made her put on that bomb vest? Are you okay?
On a related note, we wanted to know which part was your favorite one from our video. You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.